1. Money. What is money? Money is considered to be one of the greatest inventions of humanity along with the alphabet and will. Its role in a society life is still very important. As Shakespeare's word, gold makes white out of black and a hero out of coward. So what is money? Money is anything used by a society or to purpose good and service of resources. The number of the society receive money for their product of resources. Then they hold that money or use to it purchase other product of resources when and how they see fit. Before money, what is general use? People trade good service for the other good and service. This system of exchange of goods and service without the use of money is called barter system. For example, one family may raise vegetables and herbs on a plot of land, and another may weave clothes. To obtain food, the family of weavers trades cloth for vegetables, provided that the farming family is need of cloth. The trouble with the barter is that to the parties in exchange must need its other product at the same time, and the two products must be roughly equal in value. It may work well when the product primarily the necessities of life are available, but even very primitive societies soon developed some sort of money to eliminate the inconvenience of trading by barter. Over the years, different groups of people have used all sorts of objects as money, well stones, bread, seals, salt, fruits, tobacco, copper closet, and such metal as gold and silver. Such items are known as commodity money. The first coin made of gold and silver appeared in China in the 8th century BC. Alexander the Great was the first emperor who engraved his image on the coin of his empire. Later, almost all the older monarchs followed suit. The use of paper money began in the early century. Today, the most commonly used objects are metal coins and paper bills, which together are called salary. Money has called the root of all evil. It has also been described on the lifeblood of commerce. But however you may look upon it, money remains good in the general. Many economists give three main reasons of demands for money. 1. The need for money for payment of rent, debt, and cost of food, clothing, and shelter. This type of need is called a transaction demand. The money needed for transaction of daily life. The transaction demand is the strongest among low-income people. They need almost all their money for the necessities of life. People with bigger incomes can see achieve part of their income for investment and savings. Number 2, the need for money for exchange to may arise the future. The money is set aside for the rainy day, usually in bank account. It is not usually invested in long-term for risky projects, since the money must be at hand when needed. The demand for this rainy day money is called Precautionary demand it is held in a presentation in the event of future needs. Number 3. The needs for money for investment purpose. People may want to invest money in the business, land, building, or antiques. The investment are risky, but people who invest in them are using their money to earn money. The demands for this money is called investment demands. There is always a chance of losing money in short investment when the demand for money for very risky project. It is called a speculative demand. The functions of money. We have already noted the money as in the exchange of goods and services for resources, and it does. But there's a integral way of certain money function. Let us look at the specific functions of money in a society. Number 1. Money server as a medium of exchange. A medium of exchange is anything that is accepted is payment for product and resources. The definition look very much like the definition of money, and it means to because a primary function of money is to serve a medium of exchange. The keywords here are appended as long as the owners of product and resources accept money in an exchange. It is performing this function. Of course, the owners accept it because they know it is accepted to the owners of other products and resources which they may wish a purpose. For example, this family in our early example can sell their vegetables and use the money to purchase. Family in our rare example can do this eliminates the problem associated with the filter system. Number 2. Money server as measure of value. A measure of value is a single standard or yardstick. It is used to assign value to and compare the value of product and resources. Money server is measure of value because the purchase of product and used to compare product in decide which we shall buy. It makes it difficult you in terms of years of cost or pot of vegetable, exceptedly if your employer happen to pay you your input buses. Number 3. Money represents a store of value. Money that is a received by an individual of firm that to the be used immediately. It might be held and spent later. Hence, money serves as a store of value or a means of retaining of accumulating where this function of money comes into play when first we hold on money in a pocket, a job jar, and saving account or whatever. Value that is store money achieved be function in the economy. One of major problem caused by inflation is a loss of store value or price or as price grew up in inflationary period money lost value. Suppose you can buy a Sony stereo system for $100. The remaining what will say that you $100 now he has a value equally to the value of the system. But let us suppose that you wait a while and don't buy the stereo immediately. If the price goes up to the meantime because of inflation, you can no longer buy the stereo with your $100. Your money has lost value because it is now worth less than the stereo. Important cara teaches of money to be acceptable as a medium of change. Money must be very easy to use. It must be trusted and must be capable of performing in function. Together, these requirements give rise to five essential characteristics. 1. Divisibility. To standard unit of money must be divisible into smaller units accommodate small purpose as will larger ones. American standard is the dollar and is divisible into 100ths, 2/3, 1/3, and 4/3, and 1/2 stock in the escape of coin, penny, nickels, diamond, quarter, and half dollar respectively. This allows people to make purpose in of the dollar and odd among greater than a dollar. Probability. Money be small enough be leaked out in the carelessly. For this reason, paper currency is issued a larger multiples of the standard unit 5, 10, 20, 50, and $100 bill makes our money coefficient for almost any purpose. Number 3. Stability. Money should retain value over time. When it does not during periods of big information. People then lose 50 their money. They might then turn or other means of sorting value, such as a gold and jewels, work of art, and real estate. Extreme case, they may use such item or medium of exchange as will. They may even resort to bigger. Durability. The object they save or money should be strong enough to last through reasonable usage. No one would appreciate or use dollar bill that disintegrated of they were handled or coin that melted in the sun. Number 5. Difficulty of counterfeiting. In nation country, we is a counterfeit that is to imitate or fake its citizens would be uneasy about appearing is a payment. Even Kenyan country would soon lost its value because no one would want it. Thus the contrast, the issue contrast there be best to answer that is very hard to reproduce. Sekian, terima kasih. Thank you.